Good morning, students. So today we are studying our chapter number 11, reproduction in plants. Already in the doubt class we have completed most of your doubts. So today we are studying our chapter number 11, and one more thing, once again I am repeating this, that question and answers of the chapter number 10 I have given. Exercise of 9 and 10 I will give together with chapter number of 11. Okay. So today we are starting with chapter 11, that is reproduction in plants. So first of all, let us know what is reproduction. So reproduction is a process of giving birth to young ones, or the process by which living being produces young ones is called a reproduction. The process by which the living beings produce a young ones is called a reproduction. So in this 7th class we are going to see the reproduction process in plants. So reproduction process in plants, so in the previous chapters we have already seen what is a reproductive organ in plant. So in the reproductive organ of the plant is the flower. So flower is the reproductive organ of a plant. Flower itself contains male and female reproductive cell, and these cells fuse together to form a seed which grow into a new plant. While some plants also have the ability to reproduce from their parts, like stems. So rose plant reproduce through stems, while some plants also reproduce through roots and leaves. So on the basis of this, we have seen that there are two categories of reproduction. So three modes of reproduction which are seen in plants are asexual, sexual, and vegetative. So three modes of reproduction in plants are asexual, sexual, and vegetative reproduction. Asexual reproduction. It is the process by which single parent body produces young ones. So a process of reproduction in which only one parent is responsible for the reproduction is known as the asexual reproduction. It is common in simple plants such as algae and fungi. In this method, plant body is simply divided into two parts. So what is the asexual reproduction? The asexual reproduction is a reproduction in which only one parent is responsible for the young reproduction, and it is common in simple plants like algae and fungi. Next, vegetative reproduction. So this is the another mode of reproduction. It generally occurs in higher plant. In this plant, any other part of plant other than the reproductive part, that is other than the flower, the remaining part can give rise to a new young ones. Other than the flower, any other part can give birth to a new young ones. Such plant parts are called the vegetative parts, and thus the method is called the vegetative reproduction. So once again I will repeat, the process of reproduction in which the vegetative parts or the parts other than the reproductive part is responsible for the carrying of reproduction is known as the vegetative reproduction. Sexual reproduction. The reproduction in which both parent body and male body, male and female, take part in producing the young ones. Like in the flower we have seen stamen and pistil are responsible for the production of new young ones. So the process of reproduction in which both parent body, male and female, take part in producing young ones is called a sexual reproduction. The male and female part of the plant produces reproductive cells. The both male and female part of a plant produces reproductive cells which fuse together to form a single cell called the zygote. These both fuse together to form a single cell called the zygote. The zygote grew up into a new seed. The zygote grew up into a new seed. When this plant is planted in the soil, it gives rise to a new plant. So in the sexual reproduction, male and female body, that is parent body, fuse together to form a single cell called zygote. This zygote turn up into a seed, and this seed turn up into a new plant. Now in the detailed manner we will see about each part of the reproduction. First of all, the part we are going to see is the asexual reproduction. As already discussed, asexual reproduction occurs in simple plants like algae and fungi. So the types or the modes of asexual reproduction we can see is budding, fragmentation and spore formation. Budding, fragmentation and spore formation are the modes of asexual reproduction. First of all, we are going to see the first mode of asexual reproduction is the budding. In simple unicellular organisms such as yeast, just through the diagram you can understand easily. In simple, or we can say in single cell microorganism, a small cell project out, or a single cell project a small bulb like outgrowth. See, you can see here, this is a bulb like outgrowth. So this bulb like outgrowth, which is also called bud, is grown at one end, and slowly the nucleus of cell divides into two. Nucleus of the cell divides into two, and finally one of the nucleus passes into the another bud. The bud grows into bigger size, and finally detaches from the parent plant and grow into a new plant. So once again, what happens in this method? A single cell projects a small bulb-like outgrowth, which is called bud. After this outgrowth, the nucleus divided into two, and finally the nucleus detaches and the new individual detaches from the parent plant. So till now you have to read this till here. Further I will teach you in my next video.